Hello children, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well at your home. Okay children, in our last lecture we have done exercise 3.2 and from exercise 3.2 we have done till question number 4. I hope you all have done all the 4 questions in your notebooks. So let us start with the 5th question from exercise 3.2. Let's come to question number 5. Question number 5 is, what is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10? Here what we have to find out? We have to find out the prime number and we have to find out the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. So first of all I am going to write all the numbers between 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and then 10. After that we have to find out the prime numbers. So first of all we are going to put cross over even digits. So even digits are 2, 4, 6, 8 and then 10. Clear? Now we have to check that which one is the multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 here is 9. 3 is also a multiple of 3, but 3 is a prime number as it has only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. After that we are left with 1, 3, 5 and 7. But 1 has only 1 factor, that is 1. So it is neither considered as prime number and nor as composite number. So we are left with 3, 5 and 7. But children, what about this 2? Why we have put cross here? We will not put cross over 2. 2 is an even number but 2 has also 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. So 2 is also considered as a prime number. So the prime numbers up to 10 are 2, 3, 5 and 7. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. Now which one is the greatest prime number here? So greatest prime number is 7. So 7 is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. Clear? So now this was the solution of question number 5. Let's move to the next question, children. After that, the next question is, express the following as the sum of 2 odd numbers. Now we have given these numbers and we have to express these numbers as the sum of 2 odd numbers. So how can we do this? Let's look at the solution. Firstly, I am going to solve this for 44. Okay, so we have to write as the sum of 2 odd numbers. So first odd number is 1, but I am not going to take 1. I am going to start from 3. Okay, so let us start. If I am starting it with 3, so 3 plus, it means what are we going to add in 3 to get 44? What are we going to add? 44 minus 3 is 41. So 3 and 41. We can write it we can write 44 as 3 plus 41. Yes, because 41 plus 3 is 44 and 3 and 41 both are odd numbers. Clear? And if suppose I am starting from 1. So 1 and after that how much should be added to 1 to get 44? How much should be added here? Yes, 44 minus 1 is 43. So 1 plus 43. We can write it like this also. Yes, 1 is also an odd number. Clear? So this is the method to write the given numbers as the sum of 2 odd numbers. Now let's move to B part. If I am writing for 3, suppose I am taking 3 first. So 36. We have to make 36. So how much should be added in 3 to get 36? 36 minus 3 is 33. And 3 and 33 both are odd numbers. Clear? So that is how we can write. And we can write it as 1 plus 35 also. 1 and 35 both are odd numbers. Clear? Rest of the two methods, rest of the two questions, sorry, you have to try to do yourself. If there will be any difficulty, then you can ask her. Clear? Now let's move to the next question, question number 7. Now the next question is, question number 7 is, give 3 pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2. Now we have to write down 3 pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2. So let us start writing the prime numbers from 1 to 20. Prime numbers from 1 to 20 are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, then 17 and then 19. Clear? So now we have to write 3 pairs of prime number whose difference is 2. So first pair of prime number is 3 and 5. 3 and 5, their difference is 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. And another pair can be 5, 7. 5 and 7, their difference is also 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. After that, 11 and 13. Their difference is again 2. 13 minus 11 is 2. And then 17 and 19. 19 minus 17 is again 2. So we have got 4 pairs here. So that is how we can find the pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2. So here we have got 4 pairs, but we had to find only 3 pairs. So I hope this method is clear to you. Yes, so this was the solution of question number 7. Now the next question is question number 8. Which of the following numbers are prime? Now we have given the numbers and we have to check which of these numbers are prime numbers. So first of all, you must know what is the definition of prime numbers. Prime numbers are the numbers which have only 2 factors, that is 1 and the number itself. Now let us start with this 23. What are the factors of 23? 23 divided by 1 is 23, but after that it is not divisible by any number, and 23 divided by 23 is 1. So the factors of 23 are 1 and 23. It means the factors of 23 are 1 and the number itself. So yes, this is a prime number. And if we talk about 51, then 51 divided by 1 is 51. And when we will divide 51 by 2, we are not going to get the remainder 0. So I am going to put one question mark here. After that, 51 divided by 3. 51 divided by 3 is 3 ones are 3 and 3 sevens are 21. That will be equal to 17. After that, it is not divisible by any number. It will be divisible by 17. 51 divided by 17 is 3. So that is how we can check that the factors of 51 are 1, 3, 17 and 51. So that means it has more than 2 factors. If it has more than 2 factors, then it is not a prime number. It's a composite number. Clear? So that is how we have to do this kind of question. And there are 2 more parts for this question that you have to do yourself. Clear? So now let's come to the next question. Now the next question is question number 9. Write 7 consecutive composite numbers less than 100 so that there is no prime number between them. So children, what are we going to write here? What we have to find out? We have to find out 7 consecutive composite numbers. 7 consecutive composite numbers. But you must be wondering then why I have written all the prime numbers here. Why? Because less than 100 so that there is no prime number between them. So firstly I have written all the prime numbers less than 100. Now we have to check that where can we find the 7 consecutive composite numbers here between these prime numbers. So let us check 2, 3, 5. After 3 there is 4. So there is only one composite number. 5, 7. Then again there is 1, 6 is the composite number here. But we need 7. Likewise 17, 19. Between 17 and 19 there is only one composite number, that is 18. 19 and 23. 20, 21, 22. There are 3 composite numbers between them. So likewise, if I check among all these prime numbers, then let us take these two numbers, 89, 97. Between 89 and 97, how many composite numbers are there? 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. So these are the composite numbers between 89 and 97. Now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, so we have got 7 consecutive composite numbers here. Yes, so this is what we had to do. We just had to find out the 7 consecutive composite numbers less than 100 so that there is no prime number between them. Consecutive means lagatar. So here we have consecutive composite numbers and there is no prime number between these composite numbers. Clear? So 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95 and 96. These all are composite numbers and these all are consecutive composite numbers. Clear? So that was about question number 9. Now the next question is question number 10. Express each of the following numbers as the sum of 3 odd primes. Now we have to write these numbers as the sum of 3 odd prime numbers. So suppose I am taking this 21 first. So we have to write this 21 as the sum of 3 odd prime numbers. We cannot take even prime, but even prime number is 2 here. So it means we cannot take 2 here. Okay. So let us start writing these numbers as the sum of 3 odd primes. So we cannot take 2. Then let's move to the next prime number. Next prime number is 3. After that, the next prime number is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. Now what should be added to 8 to get 21? 11 minus 8 is 3 and this will become 1. So 3, 5 and 13. We can write it like this. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 13 is 21. And 3, 5 and 13, these all are odd prime numbers. Clear? So that is how we can write as the sum of 3 odd primes. Now let's move to B part. B part is 31. So we cannot take 2. So we will start from 3. 3 plus 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. Now 11. 31 minus 8. 11 minus 8 is 3 and that will be 2. Okay. 31 minus 8. 11 minus 8 is 3 and this will become 2. So 3, 5 and 23. These are again odd prime numbers. So we can write it as 3 plus 5 plus 23. 23 plus 5 is 28. 28 plus 3 is 31. Fine. So that is how you have to do rest of the two parts. Clear? That you have to try to do yourself. So this was about writing the numbers as the sum of three odd primes. Fine. Now let's move to the next question. Now the next question is question number 11. Write 5 pairs of prime numbers less than 20 whose sum is divisible by 5. Now firstly I have written the prime numbers less than 20. Now we have to find out 5 pairs of these prime numbers whose sum is divisible by 5. So children, when a number is divisible by 5, then at the ones place there should be either 0 or 5. Clear? So whatever will be the sum of the prime numbers, there should be either 0 or 5 at the last. Clear? So suppose I am taking this 2 and 3. 2 plus 3 is 5 and 5 is divisible by 5. So one pair we have found. After that, let us take this 3 and 7. 3 and 7. Because 3 plus 7 will be equal to 3 plus 7 will be equal to 10, and 10 is divisible by 5. So 3 and 7 can be a pair. Yes. After that, 7 and 13. 7 and 13. 13 plus 7 is 20, and 20 is divisible by 5. So 7 and 13, this can also be a pair. After that, we can take what should be added to this 5 here. Okay, suppose I am taking this 13 and 17. 13 plus 17, 7 plus 3 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 and 1 is 3. 30 is also divisible by 5. So 13 and 17 is also a pair of number which is divisible by 5. Clear? After that, we have to take one more pair. So that pair will be 11 and 19. 11 plus 19 is equal to 9 plus 1, 10. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 and 1, 3. 11 plus 19 is again 30. So 11 and 19 can also be a pair. Yes, whose sum is divisible by 5. So now what are which pair we have got? 2, 3, 3, 7, 7, 13, 13, 17 and 11, 19. So what we have found in this question? We have found the pairs of prime numbers whose sum is divisible by 5. Clear? So 2 and 3, their sum is 5 which is divisible by 5. 3 and 7, their sum is 10 which is again divisible by 5. And yes, 2 and 3 is divisible by 5. Yes, 7, 13. 7 and 13, their sum is 20 which is divisible by 5. 13 and 17, sum of these two numbers is 30 which is divisible by 5. 11 and 19, their sum is again 30 which is again divisible by 5. So that is how we have found the 5 pairs of prime numbers less than 20 and their sum is divisible by 5. Now let's move to the next question. Now the next question is, fill in the blanks. A number which has only 2 factors is called a prime number. We have already done this in the definition of prime numbers. A number which has only 2 factors is called a prime number. After that, B part is a number which has more than 2 factors. That will be a composite number. That also we have done. That will be a composite number. Next, C. One is neither dash nor dash. as I have already discussed that 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Next is the smallest prime number is. Which one is the smallest prime number? Smallest prime number is 2. E part is the smallest composite number. Smallest composite number. Children, composite number starts from, see, the prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7. But here the composite numbers are getting starting from 4. So the smallest composite number is 4. Clear? After that, the smallest even number is, which one is the smallest even number? Smallest even number is 2. Okay? So that is how we have to do this question. So children, we have completed exercise 3.2 here, and from tomorrow we are going to start with the next exercise. Till then you have to complete your work which we have done till now, and if you have any problem you can send me a message on WhatsApp. So that's all for today children. Thank you so much. God bless you.